Please welcome to stage is Ginnia Cheng. Cheng. It's Cheng, sorry. Start the clock.
Thank you. It's great to be here tonight. I actually left Asia to escape a life of being forced up onto dingy stages. In the basement of some bar, entertaining rooms full of mostly very drunk white men. So, I made it, Mom. I made it. No, it is great to be here. Don't be fooled by my accent, okay? I'm very aware that I look like I eat rice. But I sound like I ate a Kardashian. Which makes literally no sense because I've actually never lived in America. I also moved straight from Asia all the way to Coventry. You're right, Ran. I also did not get into my first choice university. So, I have lived here for so long now, though. I'm basically an upper middle class white person. In fact, I'm so middle class white that sometimes I get a classic cheese toastie from Pret. That's it. And whenever I drink a little bit too much, people always call me white girl wasted. Which I actually find kind of offensive, right? Because we all know who has the most fun when they're drunk. Asian girls, according to Pornhub. So, fan of Pornhub in tonight, I see. Definitely smells like it. But if you think you see me on Pornhub later, that'll be because you think we all look the same. I wish I was brave enough to do porn. It would pay more than this. But I actually did think about it. But I talked to my best friend about it, and she was like, but what are the chances that you can be funny and look good doing anal? I was like, pretty high, actually. So Jeff can hardly see. He's like, I thought you're only 12 years old. Don't worry, Jeff. I'm very legal, so you are allowed to think what you're thinking. But don't be jealous, ladies. Don't be jealous. I have recently just come out. Ooh, thank you. As heteroflexible. I know. Don't worry if you haven't heard what that means yet, though. It means that I love to experiment with sounding more interesting than I actually am. It really works. No, but my tastes have definitely changed in the past couple of years, you know, and I've actually realized I'm sapiosexual, which means attracted to intelligence, or as my best friend likes to call it, apparently I've just developed basic standards. Which is kind of true, because nowadays I have to make sure they can at least spell your and your correctly, right? Bare minimum, right? Yeah, all the girls there, yeah. Not because I think it's a sign of intelligence or anything, though, because it just ruins sexting. Like, I was seeing this guy who would try and always start a sesh with "you're sexy." And at first, I'd be like, don't leave me hanging, bro. My sexy what? You know? I mean, bare minimum. Even in the bedroom, I've matured, though. I used to think I was submissive in bed, you know. But the older I get, the more I'm like, am I actually submissive? Or am I just always really freaking tired? You know? Nowadays, if someone is like, can I tie you up? I'm like, just don't forget the blindfold. You know, right? Because my nap time is my kink. You know, like, yeah. All my friends are like married with babies now, whatever, it's fine. But I find the worst thing about being a modern single woman whose friends all have kids is that I live in perpetual fear of anybody seeing my phone gallery. Because parts of my phone gallery are just filled with pictures of my friends' babies, surrounded by dick pics. Which, I mean, it's not illegal, But for some reason, the mother of that baby will scream at you like it's illegal. Like, honestly, in the middle of a cafe at 10 a.m., she shouted at me for 10 minutes about how I could possibly let her baby's head be touched by all these erect penises.
Ginnia Cheng, finalist number 1. There you go.
That's how you do it, isn't it?
Right.
Ginnia was our first finalist. Our
All
final
right,
finalist.
1 minute, no cards. Start clock.
Thank you. So I don't know how I turned out this spicy, right? Because my dad actually tried to introduce me to religion from a very young age by gifting me a picture book about Jesus in Chinese, which, despite what it says on LinkedIn, I cannot read. I became obsessed with this book, right? But it didn't quite go the way my dad had planned because I was actually in my room flicking and flicking the bean. Because there was no internet porn back then, okay? This was back in the 90s, remember? Back when Jesus was still white, yeah? So, where else was a young girl gonna find pictures of a beautiful topless man with a perfect six-pack just wearing nothing but a tiny little loincloth? What a tease, right? And the whole book ends with him getting tied up and whipped, right? I was like, Dad, I don't know what this is, but I'm into it.
There it was.
Ginnia, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Absolutely the clear winner from the start. Will you come back and do an open spot on a professional bill at the Comedy Store surrounded by comedians from all over the world, the best comedians on the planet? Yes or no? We got a photograph? Ladies and gentlemen,